Inglewood. Today, a good battle in the NFC. It's the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Rams. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. We welcome you. That's the punter, Ethan Evans, to get this started. Off we go from SoFi Stadium. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
Yeah, and all Jared Goff does every year, Mike, is lead one of the most prolific offenses in the NFL. But I'm not sure he gets the credit he deserves. I think so many people wanted to give credit to Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell, and rightfully so, as he makes this transition to kind of the next era of Lions football without Ben Johnson. I think people are going to see just how big of an impact Jared Goff had, not only in the 15 games they won last year, but they believe they have a Super Bowl contending team in Detroit.
An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down. On play action. Goff. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. This will not do the trick. They stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass. So they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
They'll try it now with Gibbs. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the mark first. They turn it over on down.
So the offense found themselves in a little bit of no man's land. They were too far for a field goal attempt, but too close to attempt a punt. So they decided to be aggressive early and go for it on 4th down. But it was the defense that turned them away with a huge stop to start this game.
The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proving to be a really hard team to beat.
That look good for a dozen. Very quick first down.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the found something on the ground. 16 more yards on that carry.
First down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Second and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to run. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening strip that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
The Lions offense ready now for their second drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. On the ground to start, and they give it to Gibbs. Up the sideline at the 35. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 23
Terrific
yards.
start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's second down.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
Somebody got a boy, I mean, somebody got a boy, I say G, watch boy.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, Detroit.
First down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
The defense stringing him out. No gain. Back to the original line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Second.
So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We're back in Southern California in a moment. Lions ball to begin the second quarter. We'll try again. It's second and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing on second down. Goes. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Gain of 10 brings up
The
third
drag route. We used to
and
say
2.
this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and Now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll go play action with Goff. Jared in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up third down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's the 3rd-round rookie pick, Isaac Toslaw. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 50. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here's Gibbs, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Rams' 8-yard line.
2 minutes to play. Still searching for our first points of the half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium. After a short break, they'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Gibbs. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Goff. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Lions will take a 7-0 lead.
Lions 7, Rams nothing.
It's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, this is Blake Corum. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
27-yard
Rams offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now the timeout Rams, that's number 2. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
42-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That one caught by Adams.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3 at the 50-yard line.
Second down, they need 3. To throw is Stafford. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Stafford now on third down. Open man is Parkinson. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Rams first down.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback. And even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. To the air again, Stafford. That finds Nakua downfield, complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 50.
Yards. That's another Rams first down.
So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen and crew, thrilled to be with you from the Orlando studios at EA Sports. And we'll keep this one short and sweet. Just one touchdown on the board so far, 7-0 at the half. Will the offenses pick it back up? To find out, let's rejoin our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Both teams trying to find the score as the third quarter begins. On the return, here comes Corum. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Rams offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. To throw is Stafford. Right side, complete to Nakua. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Brings up second and 1 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's second and a yard. Off the bootleg, it's Stafford. throw on the run is complete. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
First down.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this up past the 40, pick up at 5.
Williams, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 5. Play action now for Stafford. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. DJ Reed that time. Good tight coverage, and he's able to get a hand on it.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor, and this time it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down.
And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far, looks like much of the same.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchdown. The Lions offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motions right. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
Both of us came away from our discussions with the coaches thinking that this guy was going to have a massive role in this one, but after only his first catch of the game, let's give credit where it's due. This defense, man, they've held him in check throughout.
And he's going to... Taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And a nice thrust. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
On second down, Goff. Quick slant, caught by St. Brown. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down. They send the tight end in motion. Now Gibbs. He's to the 10. And he's into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions move out on top, 14-0.
Rams, nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to see what they can do. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Man in motion is Smith. On the play fake, here's Stafford. Short throw, pulled in by Parkinson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look. It led to a nice gain.
On second down, a run with Williams. Inside the 35. And he is going to run it all the way down near the red zone.
It's a pickup of 44
What a run
yards.
by Williams.
That's good.
A pickup of 44 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Stafford out quickly to Nakua.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up 1st and 2nd down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
Second down, it's Stafford. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Amik Robertson. And the Lions will take over at their own 14-yard line.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
The Lions offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. A lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Goff to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Brings up 2nd and
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On the jet sweep, the give to St. Brown. And he's going to get upended right at the line of scrimmage. And he's picked up and thrown down.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
Tight end going in motion here. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. That one on target to Williams. He's got it.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
On 1st down, it's gone. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll go play action with Goff. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 2nd time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
1st down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now,
he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. The Rams have it.
and with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
So now the veteran, Matthew Stafford, and the rest of the Rams, trailing 14-0. Deuces what? 2:22 on the clock. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in a short period of time. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. A second down throw for Goff. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And they're going to get him the second time. He goes down again.
So the defense finds themselves in a tight...
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. On fourth down, Lions going to send out the All-Pro from a season ago, Jack Fox to punt. Xavier Smith deep to return. Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line.
First and 10.
The Rams offense ready to come back out. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw on the slant, taken in by Smith. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 37-yard line.
It is second down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
That one broken up. It is incomplete for this defensive secondary. They have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up fourth down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
The tackle by Jack Campbell. Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
The Lions offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And this one really all over but the shouting. One timeout left defensively, but there's no need to use it here. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win here for the Lions. They put together a complete football game as they finish this one in shutout fashion. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.